As one story ends, another begins. I want to try to fix my mistakes. So,
It's the start of something new.
When you feel like all you lost is found, just face your fears and take a look around. For when it seems like you can't carry on, you'll find who was there with you all along. So stay determined, keep your spirit true. For change will never stop without you. So stay loyal, keep your desires close, and remember what you hold dearly the most.
All right, how do I heal him?
Put your hand out like this. Feel the kindness flowing through your heart, and then heal!
whoa, I feel all better now.
Then it worked! I'll be on my way if that's all you wanted me for.
No, you can stay. You guys probably haven't talked to each other in a while, so why don't you do that?
So, whatever happened to your family after the war? Do they know that you and Flora ran away?
I have no idea. Listen, I don't want to talk about this right now. Can we please just change the subject?
Sorry. I can't believe how much Beryl has changed. It breaks my heart to know that someone so kind and smart could switch so instantly.
Well, you wouldn't understand. You have no idea what loss can do to you. I was a mindless zombie.
With all due respect, Damien, I think I would understand what loss does to people.
Okay, sure, you're friends, but have you lost any family?
I...
No, you haven't.
Okay, I think that's my cue. I'll be leaving now. Thanks for being such good hosts.
Hey, don't leave. What's up with you two?
I guess things really do change, don't they, Damien? We used to be so close.
Yeah, I guess things are different now.
But they don't have to be. I don't know what happened in the past with you two, but can't you at least try to be friends?
I'm sorry. Damien, it's just... You're not the only person here who's lost someone. I don't know much about Flora, but Iker's death affected all of us in our own way.
Donovan, I'll deal with him, okay? You can head home now. We'll talk later.
All right.
It's the first time you've seen your friend in years and you treat him like that? What's wrong with you?
Lucas, drop it. I'm not surprised at this point that all of my friends hate me. Okay, first Beryl, and now Donovan.
Dad, he doesn't hate you. But I hate it when you act like this. I don't get what's the deal with you two. Sorry. I shouldn't get mad at you. I just wish you'd tell me what's going on sometimes, instead of keeping me in the dark like you always do. I hate to admit it, but Emily was right. You're lying to me about something, and I'm going to find out what.
Huh? When did Emily even say that?
Oh, you wouldn't remember. You were passed out earlier, that's all.
I don't remember passing out. Although I do feel like I'm forgetting something important. You must be right.
Wow, I'm actually right for once. It's been a while since any of you have listened to what I have to say.
Lucas, what happened to you?
What do you mean?
You used to be so happy in the past. You used to face your problems with a smile, but now you're just...
The past is past, Dad. And as you said, things are different now. I'm not that person anymore.
Yeah, well, you can keep believing that, but I know that this isn't what you're usually like, Lucas.
Well, maybe I can't afford to be that person anymore. Someone around here needed to pick up the slack, and that person ended up being me.
I don't know how we can ever move on. It just seems that even though I'm keeping the secret to keep them safe, they just end up getting hurt even more. What would you do, Flora?
What do you think we should do, Emily?
This time I can focus. I can get it right on the first time. If you just give me a second chance.
No, I'm not risking that again. At least not until you learn how to use the crystal properly. I want a plan of action until the time arrives once more. Don't hide things from me, Emily. What's on your mind?
I think I know why it didn't work the way you wanted it to.
And why's that?
Maybe it's something to do with me being the one to use it? If the crystal works due to the desires in my heart, then I guess I didn't desire to bring back Icor much last time. I was honestly more focused on bringing Mom back.
Well, with the way things work around here, you listen to my desires, capiche? But you're right. Next time you'll just have to focus more.
I don't think that there will be a next time.
What are you saying? Of course there will be a next time.
In the worlds that we saw, everything was so perfect. There was no war, no tragedy. Everybody was getting along. And we could have been happy there, but I couldn't help but notice. In every reality where everyone is alive and accounted for, there's still someone missing. You! In a world where everything is perfect, you don't exist.
Of course there's a world out there where I exist. We just need to keep on looking.
We can't, Beryl. No matter what you do, the world will never be perfect. I learned that a long time ago, and maybe you should too. And anyway, even if I wanted to help, Lucas would just end up stopping us like last time.
This is why I work alone. I should have killed you when I had the chance.
Don't get me wrong. I'd love to help you bring Icor back, but I did, and you were still unhappy. Was it something to do with the others we saw? Alice, Donovan, Floyd, Flint? Is that it then? That Flint dude? You didn't seem to like him, even in a world where everything is perfect. Why is that?
Oh, I was just reminded of some bad memories. But don't worry, you just gave me a perfect idea. We're going to get him to help us.
Wait, really? He didn't seem like your type.
Oh, that was the old him. In this world, he is way more helpful than he ever was back then. And anyway, we're old friends, you could say. He's a tricky one, but I think he'll be helpful for our cause.
All right. How do we contact him?
It's not so simple as it may sound. You see, during the war, he was exiled from the kingdom by some terrible wizards, all because of a misunderstanding. But don't you believe in second chances, Emily?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. Well, once we arrange to help him back into Integro, he'll have plenty of good reason to work with us. And he's very smart, too. We'll need his brains to figure out a solution to this.
Okay, where do we start?
Hang on, I found his phone number somewhere here.
Hello, who is this?
Hello, Flint. The name is Beryl Solstice, and I'm in need of your assistance.
Oh, you do realize that my assistance comes with a price nowadays, Beryl? What's caused you to change face all of a sudden? I thought that you hated me.
Hate is a strong word. And anyway, I believe you deserve a second chance inside of Spedixia, don't you think? Your last appearance here was certainly something.
Sure, whatever. But on one term. I know your friend Donovan created this pesky barrier, so would you know of a way to destroy it?
Oh, I know a way. So, in return for your help, you want me to break the barrier keeping you exiled?
Nothing more, nothing less.
I'll be seeing you very soon, old friend.
Dad, please. I know it hurts to think about it, but I need to know what happened. Dad, what were you and Mom running from?
Fine. You deserve to know the truth.
Did you hear? It's the prince's coronation today.
But I thought that his sister was older than him. Shouldn't she become queen instead?
That's a good point. I think the last thing that the king said before the incident is that he dreamt of his son becoming a great ruler, so that's why.
Talk about favoritism.
I know, right?
Oh! I'm sorry. Please, let me help you.
It's fine. You don't have to.
No, I insist. And that should be the last one.
Thank you ever so much. What's your name?
Damien Diaford. And you?
It's Flora. Just Flora.
Alright, just Flora. Where were you headed? I'll help you there. To, make sure you don't bump into anyone else.
These flowers were supposed to be for my dad. Today's finally the day that I'll be using the return spell with him. I'm finally ready to let go.
Wow, you can do a spell like that? Wait, why didn't you just summon him earlier? I mean, why is it so special for you to talk to him now?
Well, the thing is, you can only summon someone once after they've passed. So I can only summon my father once. If I want to talk to him again, then I can have someone else summon him. I was planning on talking to him alone. But I think he'd like having a new friend.
Alright, yeah, let's go.
I come here and visit him every year to see how he's doing. But as you know, he wasn't around this year. Do you want to say hi?
Sure. Hi, Flora's dad.
Oh, I nearly forgot. From Earth this wish I grant. Please give to me just one more chance. Return, Lucian. Hey, Dad. I brought a friend. He wants to say hi.
Hi.
Oh, hello there. And who might you be?
His name is Damien. He bumped into me earlier, and I dropped the flowers, but he was really nice and helped me bring them here for you.
My favorites. Thank you, Flora. So, Damien, was it? How has my daughter been?
Dad, we just met. He doesn't even know who I am yet. I can't wait to see his reaction when I tell him.
Tell me what?
Quite the little trickster as always, I see. It was nice to meet you, Damien, but I'm afraid I must get going soon. The spell is wearing off.
What? No, the spell should have kept you longer.
Your magic isn't powerful enough yet, Flora. You know that. I love you so much. You are a good, loyal, and kind person.
I love you. Thank you for being the most amazing father to me.
I love you too. Look after my daughter for me, Damien. All right.
Okay. Yeah, I will. No, I promise I will.
We can't risk it, Beryl. I learned the hard way that power
isn't supposed to be in the hands of a single person. We are not going to make that terrible failsafe of yours, because we are not going to fail. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Now go. I have important matters to attend to.
What are you doing here, and why do you look like you're hiding from someone?
I was just inspecting this wall. It looks like it has some water damage.
Oh? I didn't know that there was a wall inspector here. What's your name, Mr. Wall Inspector?
David. Yeah, David.
You're so funny sometimes, Damien. Flora really doesn't deserve you, does she? You're hilarious. Speaking of Flora, do you have any idea where she is? I need to talk to her.
Wait, you know Flora?
Of course I know her. She hasn't mentioned me before. Hey, maybe you know my fiancé already? His name's Icor.
Who doesn't know Icor? Basically everyone looks up to him. Even Carlos does. Kinda. Well, you're pretty lucky to have him as your fiancé. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's pretty great. I wish people could look up to me the same way people look up to him. But Carlos is being stubborn as always. I know I'm the new gal around here, but he should really listen to what people tell him sometimes. I wish he was more like Flora.
Yeah, he's always been like that. You'll get used to it eventually.
Okay, bye, Flora.
Damien, where are the kids?
They're being babysat by Donovan right now. Why?
We need to leave now. Get the kids and get your things ready.
Okay. Get out of my way!
Or what? You'll hug us into submission, non-wizard. You might be friends with those guys, but you're nothing without them.
Well, I guess it's lucky that they taught me a few tricks. Flames!
Are you sure we'll be safe here?
Yeah, but we should plan what we're gonna do next.
We need to leave this life behind, understand? These two can't know of what happened here. We need to keep them safe for as long as possible, forever, if we need to.
I know we do, dear. What did you say to him?
I said nothing. I just left the note. The only reason I went back there was to get these two. We couldn't leave them there with him.
Oh, come on. Donovan's not that bad.
Take this seriously, Damien, for once in your life. We're never going back, understand? It isn't safe here anymore. Carlos is still being stubborn. So many lives have already been lost because of his brash actions. I can't just stand around and watch it happen. So he'll have to learn what it's like to truly be alone.
We'll get through this. Together. Like we always do. Till death do us part, right?
Forever and always.
all of this time, you were just doing it to protect us?
Of course it was. I did it for her. I did it for you.
Thanks a lot, Dad. Man, being a dad sounds hard. I never want to do it.
Yeah, I regret many things. But letting you two into my life will never be one of them. And anyway, I bet you'll change your mind once you find someone to love.
Dad, no! Don't embarrass me.
Well, hey, listen, I wouldn't be a father if I didn't embarrass my kids from time to time.
Yeah, sure. You keep thinking that.
So this is the magic barrier. I never knew that there were other places out there, other people out there. Why would those wizards do such a thing?
As I said, it was because of a misunderstanding with Flint. They thought that he was planning to attack the kingdom, you see, but his goals were far from that. But in their paranoia, they banished him anyway, not even giving him a chance to explain, all because of Carlos and his stubbornness.
Carlos? Who is he?
He was the leader of that group, the worst of the worst, and he hated to listen to anybody but himself. He shut me, Flint, and so many other people out without a second glance. It's no wonder why your parents ran away from his tyranny.
Well, I want to right those wrongs. If you think that Flint deserves a second chance, then teach me how to break the barrier.
Alright then, place your hand on it and repeat after me. Break the curse set upon me, the seal was formed and now set free. Unlock!
Break the curse set upon me, the seal was formed and now set free. Unlock!
Hello, old friends. How wonderful to see you again.
The pleasure's all mine.
Nice to meet you.
Now, what sorry state have you gotten yourself into now, Beryl?
Flint. I'm the one in charge now, and I know how much you love to destroy things.
Go on.
So, how about you put your powers towards something even greater than before? You see, my dear Emily here has this crystal and...
Is that so? So this is Flora's daughter. It's nice to finally meet you, Emily.
Same to you.
Yeah. Anyway, what did you want my help with?
Revenge.
Oh, is that all? You're too simple-minded, Beryl. You're right. You really do need my help. But don't worry. The fun has only just begun.
Dad, you need to apologize to him. If you want him to stay as your friend, then maybe don't be so harsh next time.
Yeah, well, it's not that simple, Lucas.
And why's that? Let me guess. Another thing you're hiding from me. I bet the thing you told me earlier was a lie too, wasn't it?
Okay, listen, I'm sorry. Okay, you're right. I'm a liar, I'm a fraud, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to tell you the truth. Even if I wanted to. The truth hurts. It hurts so much.
Well, won't it feel a lot better if you just tell me? It isn't healthy to keep all these things bottled up inside of you. We've already learned what happens when you do. Emily's the best example of that. Let's just invite Donovan over again and apologize to him, okay?
alright. Actually, while I do that, there's someone else I want to apologize to.
And who's that?
His name's Floyd.
Feel your trait flowing through you. Concentrate on that energy. And then... flames!
Ikor's brother, right?
Yeah. Wait, how do you know that?
Ikor mentioned it when I talked to him. Talking of Ikor, he said something else too. He said that Mom was proud of me. Do you think that's true?
Of course it's true, Lucas. And I'm proud of you too.
How can you say that when even I don't know who I am anymore?
Well... Oh. That must be Donovan.
Hey.
Hi. Come in.
So, how have you been?
Fine.
Huh. Anyway, Lucas, how have you been with learning your magic?
Oh, I've been doing pretty well so far. Dad taught me a bit.
Oh, wait. He taught you? Wow. Talk about turning the tables. Before all this, we were the ones who taught him.
I don't want you to talk about that in front of Lucas, Donovan.
Of course you won't.
Why not? It was an important part of your life. How much have you not told him?
I'll tell him when he's ready.
You know I'm still here, right? I can hear you talking about me.
You didn't even tell him about me. You probably haven't even told him about Carlos either. Have you? So he really doesn't know that.
I am his father, so I decide what to tell him, not you.
Well, he clearly wants to know. He clearly needs to know. So tell him, Damien. Tell him what you are running away from. Tell him about your destiny.
That is not my destiny. I ran away to protect my kids, and that is all.
Oh, really? Are you sure you weren't running away from something else, too?
Is this a bad time?
Yes. Yes, it is. Just come on in already.
Okay. So, didn't we have a great time in the war?
You know, let's just get this over and done with, and then we can focus on more important things, okay? Dad, apologize to these two for running away. Donovan, apologize for making Dad uncomfortable, because he clearly doesn't want to talk about what happened. And Floyd, I don't know. I'm sorry for your loss. Is that what you wanted to hear?
I don't...
Great! I'll start. Dad, I'm sorry I got mad at you. I'm still working on it. See? Easy. Now you do it.
I'm sorry I wanted to protect my family. Fine. I'm sorry that I ran away from my responsibilities. I'm sorry that instead of fixing the problem, I just made it worse. Is that what you wanted to hear?
Oh no. What have I done? I've been yelling at you this whole time and now... Damien, this wasn't your fault. It's not your fault that she... I'm sorry that I've been giving you such a hard time. I'm not very good at people. Why do you think I've been living out here on my own ever since the war?
I know you find it hard, Donovan. And I'm sorry I've been giving you such a hard time, too. I know that you only want to help.
See? That wasn't so hard now, was it?
Well, I'm sorry. For everything. Maybe if I was strong enough back then, none of this would have happened. We wouldn't have drifted apart so easily if Ikor didn't.
Floyd, what? That wasn't your fault. There was nothing we could have done. And you were still a kid back then. No child should ever have to see that.
What are you guys talking about?
Ikor... He sacrificed his life to save us all back then. When the opposing side had retreated, we thought we had won. there were still soldiers we missed. And Icor and Floyd took a stand to protect us. But during the fight, one of the guards charged towards one of us, and Icor jumped in the way of the attack. He was badly wounded, and that was the end of that.
You're right. No child should have to see that. No child should have to watch the ones they love die in front of them.
He's had a lot on his mind recently. I'll talk to him once he's calmed down. Anyway, Floyd, is everything okay?
None of this would have happened if you had just listened to Beryl in the first place. We could have prevented all of this.
No good is going to come out of that crystal, Floyd. We all know that.
Oh, really? Or is that just what Flora's told you? Who knows what she has told you to believe? She loves keeping people in the dark about things. And she definitely loves running away from her problems, just like the rest of her family.
I won't let history repeat itself. I'm not going to run away from my problems. I learn from my mistakes, just like she did.
And you? Don't pretend that you're completely innocent. Why didn't you listen to Beryl? I thought you cared about her.
But she clearly doesn't care about me. At least, not anymore. She was stubborn at times, so I had to make my backup plan.
Well, if it wasn't for your stupid barrier, then maybe Icor wouldn't be dead.
Well, that went well. I guess that's my cue.
Wait, don't go. You're right. I'm not the greatest person, but I want to try to fix my mistakes, and I promise you that running away was both the best and the worst decision of my life. Of our lives.
I'm sure that whatever you choose from now on will be a good choice.
Okay, today's the day. I'm going to go and talk to Emily. Emily! Are you around here somewhere? I just wanted to talk to you.
What are you doing here?
I just want to talk.
Oh, now you want to talk? I get it now. You only want to talk to me because you finally see me as a threat. That's it, isn't it?
What? No! I'm here because I'm your brother, and you should be able to tell me what's wrong. I'm sure we can find a compromise, Emily. I don't want anyone else to end up hurt.
None of this would have happened if you just listened to me in the first place. We could be living happily in the world that both of us desire.
That's not the kind of compromise that I want. I don't want to get rid of this world. I want to show you that there's still some good left here.
What good could ever come of this, Lucas? If I use the power of the crystal, I can better the lives of everyone. It's time to do what I should have done a long time ago.
What? Where am I? Mom? Is that you? Yeah.
So, Flint, I've been sleeping on the sofa. Where have you been sleeping?
Outside.
Hey, do you ever take off that mask? I've never seen what you look like underneath it.
Perhaps it's better that way. I like to be mysterious. You should try it sometime.
What? I should wear a mask too?
No, I mean you could use a change of outfit. If you're truly on our side, then you should look the part.
Okay, now that I have your attention, I have an idea. I have a plan! A plan of what I think Emily should use the crystal for.
What is it?
Well, I learned from my experiment last week that no matter how hard Emily tries, my fate can be changed. If there's no reality out there where I can bring him back, then I'm going to make everyone feel the same pain I felt when I discovered the harsh truth of this world. And I'm going to make everyone realize the truth soon enough.
And how do you plan on doing that?
I hate to admit it, but I need your help if I want any chance of this plan succeeding. You must know a lot about making people suffer.
You could say that, but I think I understand now. If that perfect world doesn't exist, then you should show people that the world isn't perfect. But I have one question. What do you plan to do once you succeed? Will you rule over the chaos you've caused alone? Or are you going to rule alongside me?
You're so annoying sometimes. There is no we or us, Flint. Not anymore. From now on, it is just me. Understand?
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
So, what do I have to do with all of this? And why do you need the crystal's powers?
A long time ago, I made a fatal mistake. And on that day, I discovered that this world is full of unlimited potential. Potential that needs to be governed over by someone. Someone who could use their power to better the lives of everyone. Someone like me.
No, someone like me. I'm the one in charge now, Flint.
We'll see about that.
Hey, Beryl, can I ask you something?
Of course you can, dear.
Ever since Lucas told me that there was a spell that allows you to talk with spirits, I've been eager to talk to my mom. I want to talk to her every day, but it's just... I'm scared to see what she'll think of me.
First of all, returning someone more than once isn't possible. You can only use the return spell once per person. Besides, there is no reason for you to speak with your mother. She will derail you from the path you're on. She will manipulate you and tell you to join the side of your brother and father, so there is no reason for you to speak with her.
But I just...
Enough, Emily! You should take a walk. You seem a little tense, dear.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just wanted to talk to her one last time in this world. In the end, I can fix this. I can make everything right again. Everything will be okay in the end.
Oh, don't worry. That's already on my agenda.
I can get it right this time.
Thank you.
Why can't I just be happy? I wouldn't want to fight me either. And I'm not your sister. I was right to leave. I was right to betray them. They were wrong. I was right. I was always right.
Emily!
What are you doing here?
Saving you?
Ugh, looks like you're still the same old Lucas. What do you want?
No. I'll be asking the questions here. What's going on with your crystal?
Why do you suddenly care?
Because you're still my sister. I care about you, Emily. So tell me, what's going on with your crystal?
If you cared about me, you would have let me stay in that world. A world where everything was perfect. We could have had everything we've ever wanted. But of course, you always have to be better than me, right?
Emily, please, just hear me out.
Shut up! I don't care anymore! How many times do I have to tell you?
Emily, please, I'm trying to work on my anger. Why can't you just sensibly talk?
Ugh, you always think you're the good one, the better one. Everyone just adores you, but for me, no one has ever believed or cared for me as they do for you, except for Beryl, so I will stay with her, and I'm not going anywhere.
Emily, what's wrong with you? You always have to complain about something, don't you?
Just shut up!
No, you need to learn to listen to what I have to say for once. Pause! Why do you feel the need to do this? Do you know how upset Dad is? Do you know how hard it is for him? Can't you see what you're doing is wrong?
Again! I'm not wrong! You're wrong! Pause! No!
Emily! Please, wake up! Emily!
What? Just leave me alone! I don't need you, okay?
Fine then. You're welcome.
Beryl, please. I need your help.
Floyd? This is a surprise. How did you find me?
Beryl, It's just been so long since I last saw you.
Where have you been these past 12 years?
I could ask the same thing to you. I missed you.
Well, why don't you come in and we can catch up?
Okay.
So, what made you want to visit me all of a sudden?
I'm sorry.
Sorry? Sorry for what?
Everything was my fault. If I was just a little stronger, then we wouldn't have lost him.
You always seem to be obsessed with the idea of becoming stronger. Hey, Floyd! I have an idea. I know of the perfect way that you can become stronger.
How's that?
By avenging your brother, of course.
Yeah, duh. Of course I want to get my revenge. Although, I don't fully remember who killed him.
Oh, I know who it was.
Well, doesn't it make sense that the only person who could be responsible for his death would have to be someone close to him?
Yeah, I guess it does make sense when you put it that way.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
So who was it? Who's the guy that I have to teach a lesson to?
It's the one person that has always been able to go undetected. The one person that nobody would expect. His name is Damien Diaford. Perhaps you've heard of him before.
Wait, Damien? You mean Flora's Damien, right? So all this time, Damien was the one behind it all. It makes so much sense. No wonder why he was acting so weird earlier. I knew he looked suspicious. He didn't want to admit that he was the one responsible. He'll pay for this.
Well, that was a lot easier than expected.
What was that?
I said that I'm glad you understand. I want to avenge Icor as well, but you're quite obviously capable of handling that yourself, right? Everything is falling into place. Soon, even Flint will understand my reasoning. This little game of mine has only just begun. But soon, it'll be game over.
Huh? When did you go outside? Actually, better question. Why did you go outside? It's not even lunchtime yet.
Does it really matter? And anyway, I just felt in the mood for an early morning walk. I needed to clear my head.
Right. Listen, I'm sorry about yesterday. I wasn't expecting things to escalate so far. I thought we could just have a friendly chat, but I guess we're just not friends anymore.
Wait, what happened while I was gone?
Donovan was pretty understanding, but Floyd suddenly snapped after you left. I think he's been bottling up a lot of anger and frustration since we last saw each other.
Well, of course he feels that way. Anyone would feel like that if someone they cared about suddenly disappeared.
Lucas, you've been acting awfully strange these past few days. Is there something on your mind?
It's nothing you should be worrying about, Dad.
Lucas, nothing is going to be solved if you don't tell me what's wrong. And anyway, it's my job to worry about you.
Since when did you have a job? I said that I'm fine, Dad. We should be worrying more about Emily right now. I could tell that she had something on her mind. I could tell that she was thinking about if this really is the right thing to do. I don't know what Beryl's told her, but we have to stop her before Emily becomes beyond saving.
Okay, but I'm coming with you this time.
Dad, I don't need to be babysat. I can do this on my own, thanks.
What? That isn't what I just wanted to see if Emily would listen to me. You've already done all that you can, Lucas, so now it's time that I face my mistakes.
You don't have to. You've already been through enough. If anyone needs to fix their mistakes, that person is me. But fine, you can come with me. I'll doubt that she'll listen to you, though. She's still the same old, selfish Emily, pushing away all the ones that care about her.
Hey, Lucas, can I ask you something?
What is it?
How many times have you tried to talk to Emily?
Back when she attacked you, and earlier today. Why do you ask?
Well, how can you be so sure of her stubbornness if you've only fought her twice? What she believes and what she's actually doing may still be two separate things. So how are you so certain that she can't be reasoned with? I get it, you know? I don't deserve to hear the truth from you. That would be hypocritical of me after all the secrets I've been keeping from you, but I think the best way to fix this is if we both stop hiding things from each other. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
What you said before about how Emily can't be reasoned with. You were lying about how many times you fought her, weren't you? And I could tell by the look on your face. How many times have you fought her?
Twice. But this isn't the first time we've been here. The crystal's powers. Emily decided to use that power. And there were 4 worlds we went through before I was able to take control. The first and last worlds, I was able to help you remember. But I guess you don't remember anything that happened on that day now. You're supposed to be dead!
Because you are a ghost, sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you. I remember.
You do?
Yeah. I remember everything. I remember what happened back then, so Emily really did it. She used the crystal's power. You were able to stop her, but I didn't want to say goodbye. It hurt so much, but I don't want to forget that. I don't want my memories to disappear.
Hey, it's okay. I don't want to forget either. I don't want to live life like none of this ever happened. We both miss her dad. No, we all do. Emily misses her so much that she'd be willing to tear this world apart just to see her face once more. But don't you remember what Mom said? About how she wants us to live our lives. The past is so clear in our minds, but it shouldn't have to be. We have to be able to focus on what we have now. Okay?
I don't know how I could ever move on. every time I try to say goodbye, it's painful. And it just hurts more and more.
Well, that's just the thing you have to face, Dad. I don't know if it'll ever stop hurting. But until then, at least we have each other, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. For everything. All of this could have been avoided if I wasn't so harsh on you and Emily. It seems that even when I try my best, things still go wrong. I don't know who I am or what I want to be. All I know is that I want to be here for you.
Then I'm sorry too. I really should have been there for the both of you, but instead I was so obsessed with the past that I forgot what mattered most. You. And I'm so sorry. I really am a terrible father.
Do you regret what you said before? Do you regret saying goodbye?
No. I needed that. So thank you for helping me remember.
You're welcome, I guess. Emily? Is that you? Is anyone there?
Hello, Damien. No, you don't deserve a name anymore, you traitor. I talked with Beryl earlier, and she told me who was responsible for Icor's death. And it all makes sense now. Damien Dearford, the one no one would expect. Of course, someone related to them would become a traitor to the ones they claim to care about.
My last name is Astra. I had it changed. And anyway, just because Flora ran away doesn't mean that's what I'm gonna do. This place is my home now, and I'm gonna protect it.
Oh, really? Maybe if you protected your old home a little better, none of this would have happened and Icor wouldn't be dead.
Floyd, please, I don't want to fight you. You were young when he died. It's only natural that you're confused. You don't understand. Beryl...
Stop treating me like a child. I'm not as naive as I used to be, Damien. Stop pretending like you know everything. I'm tired of people like you and Flora and Carlos. You're all the same in the end.
Floyd, it doesn't have to be this way. You don't have to avenge him.
Yes, I do. And the only way that I can avenge him is to get rid of you. I might not have any magic, but I still know how to fight.
Dad, are you sure you want to do this?
I don't know, but I have to try and convince him that whatever Beryl told him is wrong.
Stop talking and fight me.
Hey! Get away from him!
This is between me and Damien, Lucas. Leave us alone.
Lucas! I know you want to help, but I've got this, okay? Floyd, please! We don't have to fight! We used to be friends, remember?
If we were friends, you wouldn't have abandoned us. Stop dodging and let me hit you!
Floyd, listen! Beryl isn't the same person that you used to know before. She's changed. She's manipulating you to believe all of these lies. I have nothing to do with Icor's death.
You know, I should really be taking this out on your wife. After all, she could have prevented all of this if it weren't for her stubbornness. Yet another thing that seems to run in her family. You guys don't know when to quit.
I'm not gonna fight back, Floyd. Because I know deep down, you know that Beryl is hiding something from you.
Oh, that's another thing you've picked up from Flora. You love keeping secrets, don't you? I bet you're even hiding things from your own children. So why don't you tell us both, Damien? If you weren't responsible, then who was?
The puppeteer behind everything. His name was Flint Daybreak.
Flint? You mean the guy who wears a mask all the time? How do I know that this isn't just a trick?
He's right, you know. You're not exactly trustworthy.
Flint, we were running away from him. We were terrified of what he might do to us. what he might do to our kids.
So, you just did it to protect them? Of course it was Flint. How did I not realize sooner? I can't believe that Beryl would work with the person who killed her own husband. How could she? You were right. She really has changed. She was just using me to get rid of you. And now, I...
You understand now, right? Beryl's become a little like you. She'll do anything to avenge Icor, even if it means she has to work with Flint. Floyd, I need to ask you something. Well, it's important. What exactly are Beryl and Flint planning?
Wait, hold on. Does anyone here want to explain to me who the hell this Flint guy is? Why is he so important? And why are you so scared of him?
Okay, I think I'm good now. I'm sorry that I can't help much. She never told me anything other than how she wants to avenge Icor. And Flint,
He was what we were fighting in the war. He betrayed his country many years ago and started the war in hopes of, ruling over the kingdom with an iron fist.
But we were able to banish him back to Cyric with the failsafe that Donovan created. A magical barrier that allowed nobody to enter or exit Spedixia, created with the power of the strongest magicians.
But what would make her want to work with the person responsible for her husband's death? Is she really so far gone that she would resort to that?
I don't know. Beryl has always been an enigma to us all. We never knew what she was thinking.
But I did! Although, I guess that she no longer cares for anyone but herself. I'm sorry for trying to beat you up. I wasn't thinking straight.
Well, nobody ended up hurt in the end, so it's fine.
Although, he probably wants to get his hand checked out after punching that tree so much.
Huh. I didn't even notice until you mentioned it. Yeah, I should probably go clean this up. I'll see you guys later, I guess.
Well, I guess you were right. You were able to fix things without anything besides Floyd's hand being hurt.
Anyway, we should probably head back home. We need to start figuring out what we should do now that Flint is part of the picture.
All right. Well, first, why don't you tell me more about him?
Well, Flint is a terrible person. He became corrupt and loved being deceitful towards others. He betrayed his friends in search for more power. And now, I guess he's back for round 2. Listen, I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to spread his wicked ways onto Beryl and Emily.
Dad, can I ask you something?
That depends.
Do you blame Emily at all for toying around with the crystal's powers as she did? Or do you think that she just did it because Beryl told her to?
It sounds horrible, but no matter what any of you do with your lives, I want to be there to support you. So, no, I don't blame her for what happened. Although the other part of the question, it's probably best if you answer that one yourself.
I don't know the answer. I don't know what to believe anymore. I think originally she was doing it because she wanted to, but after the first couple of times, I think she was doing it because she had to, for whatever reason. But I think Beryl wants more than to just see her husband again. She wants vengeance, like Floyd did.
And that's why she wants Flint's help.
Huh? How so?
Flint has always been very petty. All of this started because of his own plans for vengeance, which eventually became more and more corrupt with time. He's certainly stubborn, that's for sure. Once he decides on something, he sees it through until the end.
Then we need to get Emily out of there. Who knows what he's planning to do with the power she has?
You're right. We can't let her become corrupted too.
Corruption? I think we might be too late.
Lucas, what do you mean?
Earlier, when I was fighting Emily, she tried to use the crystal's powers, but it backfired on her. Do you think that maybe it's because she's corrupting herself like Flint did?
The opposite of loyalty. Betrayal. The crystal only listens to good desires, so it must be confused about the fact that she betrayed you. But now she's loyal to Beryl. Even her crystal doesn't know if what she's doing is right or wrong. But it worries me to know that it's backfiring on her.
Well, maybe if we sleep on it, we'll be able to clear our heads to think of a way to solve this without anyone getting hurt. Okay?
You know, you were right about me being a mindless zombie. But I promise that I'm not gonna be like that anymore. I'm gonna try and tell you more, like the stuff with Flint. It's gonna take a while, but I think there's still some integrity left in me after all.
Good for you, Dad.
Arrow! What am I doing wrong? Why does it hurt so much? Cannon! What's happening to me? Why won't the crystal work? Stupid crystal, just do what I want you to do. This is the right thing to do. If I don't become stronger, I'll never be able to teach that stupid brother of mine a lesson. Cannon! Finally, it worked. See, I have everything under control. What? My eye?
Well, this is certainly entertaining, and also rather intriguing. She seems to have her doubts about being one of us. Seems like I'll have to put her on the right path.
So what exactly are you planning, Flint?
You might have freed me, but that doesn't mean that we're friends now. I do have my own personal plans, but I'm more interested in what you have in mind right now.
Well, I'm not surprised. You've always been one step ahead. But that's fine. I don't really care what you've been planning anyway. Since I'm the one in charge, remember, Flint?
You keep reminding me.
Okay, maybe the crystal isn't doing what I want it to because it's getting mixed messages. Beryl said that I should concentrate on what I want, to not get distracted. So I just need to clear my head. Arrow! What's going on with this thing? I want it to work properly! Fine, be that way. See if I care. I don't need your stupid magic. What if I'm the problem? My emotions switch so quickly nowadays. I'm confused over whether this is right or wrong, and the crystal must be acting the same in response. Oh, what have I done? No! What am I saying? This is right. I'm always right and Lucas is wrong. This is my only option. The only option. The only way that I can be happy again. I just want to try to move on. The past always looms over everyone I meet in this stupid world.
Well, what do we have here? You've gotten yourself into quite the sorry state, it seems.
How much did you just see?
Oh, I've seen enough. And if you like, I can tell you exactly what your problem is. Although I have to warn you, it's a bad decision to try and fix that problem.
Then tell me. Tell me why the crystal isn't working.
It seems you are at war with yourself. I was just like you once upon a time. Good or bad, right or wrong, it's hard to decide, isn't it? And it's so hard to decide when it feels like everyone is making the decisions for you. But I get it if you're in need of guidance. I'm always free to lend a helping hand, Emily.
Then what do you think I should do?
There's a voice in the back of your head, isn't there? A voice that's telling you to get revenge on those who have wronged you. You might be scared of those voices' claims at first, but in reality, it's only telling you those things to protect you. You should listen to yourself more, Emily. What do you think you should do?
I don't know.
Then perhaps it's time for you to make that choice before an option is forced upon you. Are you really going to abandon Beryl in her time of need? As you did to your own father?
Stop pretending like you know me.
Oh, but I do know you. Beryl has told me plenty of your endeavors to prove yourself against your brother. I'll get to the point now. I assume that crystal acts like a substitute for the Amica you lack. Let's just say it's conflicted too.
What?
Let's just say that there's something wrong with your Amica. Oh, and I wouldn't tell Beryl about any of this. She'd be devastated to know that you don't trust her. You do trust her, don't you, Emily? Trust is a powerful thing that you should learn not to break. She trusts your abilities in using the crystal. It pains me to think about how she would react when she finds out that you don't feel the same way.
But I do trust her. She helped me with my powers. She helped me free you. She cares about me. Unlike Dad and Lucas.
And sometimes you have to lie to protect the ones you care about. That's just how it has to be sometimes.
I can fix this. I can make everything right again. Everything will be okay in the end.
Yes, everything will be okay as long as you listen to my advice, Emily. I'm just trying to help out a friend. Although, we should probably do something about that eye of yours.
Oh, yeah, I nearly forgot. I can, Is that better?
Perfect. Now, let's head back to base, shall we?
You know, I was worried when Damien first told me to come to Integra. I hadn't heard anything from him in years. And I was even more worried when he invited me to his home. I didn't think the journey was worth it. But now, I'm pretty glad I'm here.
Golden brown, texture like sun, lays me down. With my mind she runs throughout the night. No need to fight, never a frown with golden brown. Every time, just like the last, on her ship, tied to the mast, to distant lands, takes both my hands, never a frown with golden brown. temptress. Through the ages she's heading west. From far away, stays for a day. Never a frown with golden brown.
Where did you two disappear to?
Emily wanted to train her powers. I was helping her, isn't that right, Emily?
Yeah.
Alright then. Well, you'll be glad to know that the plan is in motion.
What plan?
I told Floyd to get his revenge on the wrong man. Are you happy now?
Depends. Who did you pin the blame on?
I don't know why it matters when I was successful. Floyd should be back here any minute now, and then... Well, I guess I could allow you to use your charm on him.
Wow, Emily, are you hearing these words come out of her mouth? She must be in a good mood.
Dude, can't you see that she's using your ego against you?
And anyway, Flint, I think this would serve as a perfect test for your abilities, and to see where your loyalties truly lie.
Sounds fine with me.
Don't you find this kind of unnecessary?
Of course it's necessary, Emily. Nothing would make me happier other than to see the look on people's faces when they realize that they've been outsmarted.
You know, the more that you talk, the more I grow to believe that you actually like me.
And the more you say that, the more I grow to absolutely despise you.
I don't know about this. But if it makes you happy, Beryl, then I'll support you in any way possible.
And anyway, Flint, just look at Emily. We trust each other so much now. She's like the daughter I never had. Isn't that nice? I bet plenty of people in Cyric would dream of coming closer to you.
Wait, seriously?
I keep my friends close, but I keep my enemies closer.
Anyway, Beryl, I think I'm ready. You should introduce me to this Floyd guy, and then we can take down Lucas together.
Not a bad idea, Emily. Not a bad idea at all. I'll do just that once Floyd returns.
But seriously though, who was the guy who killed Icor?
Oh, he's long gone. I just told Floyd to take his anger out on someone I've had some disagreements with in the past.
Ah, okay, well, I'm gonna go for a shower. I'll see you guys later.
Have fun, dear!
So who did you pin the blame on, Beryl?
A little someone called Damien Diamond.
Oh, and here I thought that you two trusted each other.
She sees me as her savior, the one who freed her from such a restricted life. And now she'd do absolutely anything to make me happy. And anyway, since when did you have something against deceit?
Oh, I have nothing against lies. Quite the opposite, actually. They help keep life interesting. In fact, I'm deceiving you all, right as we speak.
sir. I've discovered something concerning.
What is it?
The magical barrier seems to have been broken by a power even greater than the one that created it.
Is that so? That is worrying. That means that Flint might already be back in Spedixia.
Well, we were able to track the source of the attack. The barrier was broken by someone from Integro.
Integro? But doesn't Donovan himself live in Integro? Floyd just went to Integro. Surely he would have prevented such a thing from happening.
We do not know the location of Donovan or Floyd, sir, but we will update you once we learn of where they are.
Right. Until then, we need to find if Flint has already entered Integro and send him back to Cyberk as quickly as possible.
I'm afraid it's impossible, sir. Without our magic, it's hopeless.
But you said that magic was used to break it. Please, look more into how exactly it was broken.
Of course, sir. I'll be on my way.
Maybe I should have listened to Beryl.
So, Dad, what are we going to do now that we know Flint is involved?
We need help, that's for sure. And that help should be arriving any minute now. So what's the matter with Emily?
I don't know. When I fought her last time, her powers weren't working correctly. It was like her crystal was going against her wishes.
That is concerning. You know how Flint became corrupted, right? I assume Damien has told you that much.
Yeah, he mentioned it.
Well, when a person is conflicted over their own desires, their amica changes in response to the new power imbalance it creates. It becomes corrupt, in a sense. Once an amica is corrupted in this way, the person will start lashing out. They become obsessed with power, wanting to gain more and more of it. And eventually, they end up like Flint. Just a husk of a person they used to be, filled to the brim with unbridled hatred, their only purpose being to spread despair.
I don't want Emily to turn out like that. We have to stop her before it's too late.
I'm afraid the consequences of her actions will leave scars that refuse to heal. But as long as she hasn't become fully corrupt yet, she may still have a chance.
But you said the crystal was acting strange.
Is that not normal for someone who's corrupted?
No. Amica didn't act in the same way that the crystal does. Even though I guess they're all in there now. Point being, a person would have full control of their powers even when corrupted. But the crystal seems to almost have a mind of its own. It's able to decide what's right or wrong. It's able to choose a pure-hearted individual to be its wielder and... Damien? Is everything okay?
Anyway, you still haven't told me why this Flint guy is so threatening.
Flint and Carlos. They used to be good friends, but one day they had an argument. Flint became corrupted and, well, he ended up hurting a lot of people. We didn't want him to hurt you, too.
So you were just lying before. I can't believe that I have to deal with you sometimes.
Well, at least he's going to tell you the truth now. Right, Damien?
We'll just have to see about that. But I hope Emily turns out okay after all of this. I really wish that this all was just a bad dream. It feels like only yesterday when we were still getting along great, and now she's decided to be loyal to Beryl.
Loyal? To Beryl?
Yeah? What about it?
That must be why the crystal's acting up. It's also confused as to whether what Emily is doing is right or wrong. Then that might mean the crystal thinks that deep down, that what Beryl is doing is a good thing. She might still care.
Maybe. But we really should stop theorizing and actually do something worthwhile. so my daughter could be corrupted.
I'm sorry, Damien. I'm sure Emily is strong enough to fix things.
You don't know anything about Emily. The last time you saw her, she was a toddler. Look, I'm sorry. It's just you work so hard to raise good kids and teach them good values, and they just end up corrupting. Do you know how upset this makes me? Maybe this is my fault. Maybe I'm not a good father. Maybe I did something wrong.
You've done nothing wrong. You're a fantastic dad, Damien. Emily went down her own path, and that led to corruption.
You're right.
If you need proof of how good of a dad you are, then just look at Lucas.
Thank you, Donovan.
No problem. Just don't doubt yourself, okay?
Okay, Donovan.
I'll be heading home now.
Wait, please, Donovan. Donovan, you have no idea how alone we've been recently. Please, at least stay for dinner.
Okay. I'll stay.
You know, there's a lot of people out there who hide things for their own benefit. Me, you, Damien, even Emily sometimes.
Emily isn't hiding anything. She's told me everything I need to know.
And what makes you so certain that she's innocent of it? I don't know much about what exactly she's hiding, but I can tell you it's tearing her apart. I guess she doesn't want to worry you with it.
Well, aren't we going to find out soon? It was your idea to go and see what she's doing.
I told you my ideas are good. You should really listen to me more.
But I'm the one in charge. I don't have to listen to your stupid ideas and plans.
Ugh, I hate it when you remind me. How about this? I'll prove my loyalties to you or whatever. I'll go ahead and get rid of Damien's son for you. Would that make you happy?
I want to make Damien suffer, but killing his son would be unnecessary. And I'm sure Emily wouldn't be too impressed if we laid a finger on the family that she claims to not care about. I can tell that she's still loyal to them.
But she's also loyal to you. It's intriguing, is it not? A loyal individual who is torn on which side is right, but all she needs is a little more convincing.
Who needs convincing? What are you two doing out here in the woods? Aren't you supposed to be planning things without me?
Oh, hello, Emily. Actually, we were just looking for you. I think you deserve to know what we're planning, so come along now.
Oh, okay then.
Floyd contacted me earlier. He said that his mission was a success. He'll be arriving here any minute now to tell us more.
Ooh, now this will be interesting. You know, Beryl, I've always wondered. There seems to be some bad blood between you and Flora. Whatever happened to you two?
Why do you ask?
Wait, you and Mom knew each other?
Oh, I see how it is. You don't want to admit that you and Flora used to be friends.
You were?
Can I sit here?
But you're the...
Oh, don't worry. It's fine if you want to be alone.
No, it's fine. You can sit here. I'm sure you don't want me bothering you.
No. Please stay. You're new here, right? What's your name?
It's Beryl. Beryl Solstice.
You seem pretty interested in Icor over there.
Is it that obvious? I want to be like him. I want people to look up to me like that. I want people to laugh at my jokes, and I want him to smile at me the same way he smiles at them.
Oh, the new girl's in love.
I am not in love. I just admire him, okay? And anyway, he'd never like someone like me. He's so smart and funny, and I'm just nobody.
Don't say that, Beryl. I think you're amazing the way you are.
Do not mention that name to me inside of my own house!
Oh, have I struck a nerve? I'm sorry, dear.
And don't call me dear!
That's probably Floyd. I'll go and... yeah.
Okay, Floyd. Sorry you had to walk into that. Now, what did you want to talk to us about?
I'm going to prove where my loyalties lie.
I don't see why you're so obsessed with making people loyal to you, Beryl. If you ask me...
I don't need your opinion, Flint!
I did it.
Did what?
I killed Damien Dearford. Did I do something wrong? I thought you wanted me to avenge Icor. And so I killed the man who killed him. There's nothing wrong with that. Is there?
Floyd, that isn't what I meant by revenge. I wanted you to make him suffer, not to... what have you done?
You killed him?
Yeah, I did. Now you don't have to worry about him anymore, Emily.
But...
I knew this would be interesting once Emily figured out that you were deceiving her this whole time.
You knew about this? You told him to...
Yes, Emily, she did tell Floyd to fight your father. Although I don't know what she was expecting him to do. An eye for an eye? Wouldn't you agree with that?
But you said that he was the wrong man. And now he's...
Although this is the perfect opportunity for me to get something off of my chest. Emily, you've already proven your loyalty to us. So now you shouldn't care if Damien is alive or not. You betrayed them the day that you decided to side with Beryl. They no longer care for you, so surely you shouldn't care about them either.
I am loyal to you. I don't care about him. It's just... I didn't want this. I didn't want him to get hurt. I'm sorry.
You're corrupted.
I have to go.
Have you two been keeping this from me? I told you that she would react that way. If you never said anything, she'd still be on our side. And now, do you even realize what you've done? You've corrupted her, just like everyone else who gets close to you. She was the only thing that was going to make my plan not end in failure. You know what? I knew it. I knew this would happen eventually. A while back I sensed stage 2 corruption from her, but I didn't do anything. Thanks a lot, Flint.
You know, I think I've heard what I wanted to hear. You two really are horrible. You know, you did do one thing right while I was working for you. You taught me deceit, the power to lie to protect those that you care about. And now, I've seen you two for what you really are. You've changed, Beryl. You were like an older sister to me. And now, you're no better than Flint. You're not the person that Icor fell in love with.
Oh, don't worry about them, Beryl. With me around, there's no way we...
Get your hands off of me.
Fine, fine. But just know this, Beryl. One day, you'll learn who's really in charge here.
Everything is falling apart.
Wow! I can't believe that you finally decided to go out grocery shopping instead of getting it delivered like usual.
I thought it would be nice to have a change of scenery for once.
No kidding. It seems that all we do nowadays is sit in the house.
What's happening over there?
Let's go and find out, if you're so curious.
Destiny Day. I nearly forgot.
What's Destiny Day?
Don't you remember? We went every year back when you two were younger. Well, we used to go before Flora. How about we take a look around?
Okay.
Oh, hello there. Could I interest you in some pastries?
2 cinnamon buns, please.
Hey, wait a sec. Why do you get to choose for me?
Trust me, you'll like it.
And here is your change.
No. Keep the change. I insist.
Wow! This is actually really good.
I told you so. Every year, Katie travels over from Spedixia just so Integro can get a taste of her great baking skills.
Well, we should start going again. To the Destiny Day celebrations, I mean. Maybe once this is all over, we can bring Emily too. I think she'd like it here.
Do you think so?
Yeah. One day, I'll show her where my loyalties lie.
Sounds like a good plan.
I guess we both needed time to clear our heads, didn't we?
You could say that.
Floyd was lying, right? Dad, I mean, Damien's not actually hurt, right?
I'm sorry for my outburst earlier. Flint enjoys toying with people, and apparently I'm no exception. Despite all that I do to try and get him to listen to anybody but himself, he's corrupted, alright.
Corruption? I keep hearing that word. What does it mean, exactly?
Flint wouldn't want me to tell you this, but it's to do with what I said before, about how the more you distance yourself, the easier it becomes for you to inflict pain upon others, and if you're not careful, you could end up just like him. The crystal acts as a substitute for your own Amika, and just like Amika themselves, the crystal can corrupt. Say, Emily, what exactly has been happening with your powers recently?
Flint said that it might upset you if I told you about this.
Oh, don't listen to what he says. He only cares about himself. I won't be mad if you just tell me, Emily.
Well, when I try to use the crystal's powers, it sometimes backfires, or doesn't listen. It's really frustrating, actually. I just want to teach Lucas a lesson, but I don't know how I can do that when the crystal is refusing to listen to my desires.
Well, I guess we all have our own obsessions, but I think I know what's going on here. When you desire questionable things, when you are fully confident in fulfilling that goal, and when you go against your traits, your Amika will start to corrupt. Let's take Flint, for example. His trait was integrity before he decided to start spinning a web of lies, corrupting himself into deceit. He enjoys being a liar, just like someone else I used to know. But anyway, you're at war with yourself, Emily. I thought that you were loyal to me, but it turns out that your mind is split. Is it because of Flint? I can easily get rid of him. All you need to do is say the word, and then we can banish him back to wherever he came from.
It's not just him.
Oh, is this about our little misunderstanding with Floyd? Don't worry, I'll make sure that traitor gets what he deserves. Is that your problem solved?
It's not him either.
Then maybe it's your father, who is dead, by the way, or your brother, the 2 people you claim to not be loyal to anymore. Can't you see, Emily? I can easily make any of your worries go away, as long as you stay by my side.
The problem is you, Beryl. I'm sick of you telling me what to do all of the time. I'm sick of you treating me like I'm a child. I'm sick of being your plaything.
Emily,
Emily, wait! Where are you going?
As far away from you as possible.
Emily, please, we can talk about this.
No! You're acting just like how Dad and Lucas were. I don't want to talk to you right now. I don't want to talk to you ever again. Goodbye, Beryl.
Emily! This was a mistake.
I wonder what happened to Beryl. It's been so long. We were supposed to reunite and live our lives happily here in Integro.
Flora? Flora! What happened? Lucas, call the ambulance!
Lucas, did you really think that would work? You're such an idiot sometimes.
He's acting like he's so mature now. To me, you and Dad are just fakers, pretenders. So my name's Emily Astra, and my mother, Flora, died a few months ago. And I'm not your sister. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. I don't care about them anymore.
I can fix this. I can make everything right again. Everything will be okay in the end.
It's nice to finally meet you, Emily.
Same to you.
Do you know how upset Dad is?
Leave me alone!
It seems you are at war with yourself. There's a voice in the back of your head, isn't there?
We trust each other so much now. She's like the daughter I never had. Isn't that nice?
Are you really going to abandon Beryl in her time of need?
Flint enjoys toying with people. Emily, wait! Where are you going?
As far away from you as possible. I never wanted any of this. Then what did you want, Emily? What were you expecting to happen? Did you really think that anything had changed? I just wanted to fix everything. I just wanted to bring Mom back. Then everything could have gone back to normal. I can bring her back. Mom, please, I really need your advice right now. I know that this might be the last time I'll see you, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. From the earth this wish I grant. Please, give to me just one more chance. Return, Flora!
grown up so much. Emily, what have you done? You've corrupted yourself.
I'm so sorry. I know it doesn't seem like what I'm doing is right now, but...
Emily, stop just for 1 second, please. Look into my eyes and tell me. Tell me that leaving your brother and father, your family, was the right thing to do. Emily, my sweet, kind, smart, and loyal daughter. Tell me that you don't love your brother. Tell me that you don't care about him. If you're that confident, then tell me.
I am confident. What I'm doing is right, Mom. Why don't you see it? You're just like Dad and Lucas. You're just like Beryl. You're trying to manipulate me. You're trying to force me on a side. You're trying to shape my opinions.
Emily, do you really think that I'm just trying to manipulate you?
No, I don't think you're trying to manipulate me. I'm sorry, Mom. For real. It's just been really hard since you left.
Since I left? Emily.
Since you died, okay?
Emily, calm, please.
I'm sorry. I just don't know who I am. What I want to do, where I'm going. Lucas and Dad haven't even asked me how I've been feeling.
Then why don't you talk to them?
Because they don't care. No one cares about me. Mom, can't you see that? I'm worthless. The only good thing for me is the stupid crystal. Your eye, it's just like mine. Did you?
Yes, Emily. I corrupted. Just like you.
Looks like you're just as bad as I was. Yeah, I know all about your lies, Mom. Pretending to be persistent just to throw everyone off. You can't just act like you're such a good person now.
What? Emily, where did you get that from?
Beryl told me, your old friend.
I'll admit, there's a lot I haven't told you, but it was for your own safety. Your father and I were always planning on telling you these things when you were a little older. I wasn't hiding anything. I was born with something called a two-traded amica. Do you remember what an amica is?
Yeah, those little magic things that come from the sun and become your magic when you're a baby.
Yes. Well, I had a two-traded one, which meant that I had two magic types. I was born with loyalty, just like you, and persistence. Hence why I have two different eye colors. Beryl knows that. Why would she lie to you?
So, your black eye used to be green? Just like mine used to be?
Well, yes.
How did you corrupt?
I was about to tell you before you interrupted me. Your father and I were running from something. From the Syrexpedixia War. We did it for you two, to keep you two safe, and so that you grew up in a better environment. But me running away from my problems and the people of Spedixia was wrong, and it was betrayal, the opposite of loyalty. So my loyalty side was corrupted. I was so ashamed of my actions that I didn't want anyone to know of my loyalty, as it was corrupted. So I covered my black eye with my hair, as you were starting to do. As for Beryl, yes, we were the best of friends. I remember when we would happily run to each other in the morning to say hello. We would spend so much time together in the garden, telling secrets, talking, and helping one another. When your father and I left, Beryl wasn't in Spedixia. She was an Icarus, so I wrote her a letter to come with us to Integro. But I guess she never saw it. I always thought we would reunite, but she never came back. She ended up taking everyone's magic and became how she is today. And I wish I knew why. On your 16th birthday, I was out in the park watering some flowers, and I came across the crystal. It seemed familiar because I remember Beryl making sketches and drafts for the crystal. She was so proud of it, but he didn't listen. So I was confused to see the crystal there, and out of curiosity, I touched it. All of a sudden, a crystal formed around my neck, but as you know, my loyalty side was corrupt. So it immediately started affecting me, as it did for you, and I became ill. You know what happened next. Sorry, I wish we could talk longer, but the return spell can only last so long. I really wish that I could be with you three again. But you shouldn't worry yourself, Emily. We'll see each other again someday. I just wanted to help you remember what matters the most. No matter what happens, I'll always love you.
Come in.
Wait, Floyd, where are you going?
I have something important I have to do in Integro.
Oh, when will you be back?
I'll be back soon. Don't worry.
Okay, I'll be sure to look after this place while you're gone. But why are you heading out to Integro again? Did something happen?
Floyd, that's an awful lot of bags for just a short trip. Are you sure you don't need any help?
Nope. I'm good. And anyway, this is an important family matter.
Family matter? But I'm your only family.
Shut up, Grace.
Oh, well, good luck with whatever may be troubling your, family. Goodbye, Floyd.
Don't you feel just a little bit of regret about what happened with Flora, Carlos? It's like you have no feelings. Come on, man. Ever since the war ended, me and Grace have lived here. And you don't even seem sad that I'm leaving for a few days. For the first time in literal years.
Calm down, Floyd. You know how he is sometimes. Now, go and save your family.
Huh? Wait, I didn't mean it literally.
Family is family, Floyd, whether you're born into it or not. Me and you are the best example of that. Now, go and help them out.
Thanks a lot, Grace. I won't let you down.
You know, I almost forgot about that letter you wrote to Floyd. How long has it been now?
About a week. He hasn't been responding to any of my texts either.
That's weird. Maybe I should send him a message too. Huh? Was that Emily just now? Open the door! What happened?
Not now, Lucas. Saber! 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 Saber!
Hopefully this can get me on the other side of the door. Smoke! Ah! Ow! Why couldn't it put me on your bed or something? Why did you want to come back here all of a sudden? Did something happen with Beryl and Flint? What are those marks on your face?
I broke it.
Broke what?
It's ironic. I wanted to fix everything so badly when in reality, I was the one who broke it all in the first place. And now, there's no going back for me. I really thought that I could fix all of our problems by making them magically disappear.
Literally.
I don't deserve to be here. The marks on my face are proof of my corruption.
This is your house. Of course you deserve to be here.
That's not the problem! I can't just waltz in here like nothing is wrong. For the past month, I've been living with 2 manipulative strangers that I met in the woods. And wow, that sounds way worse when I say it out loud.
Maybe next time we should listen when our parents tell us not to talk to strangers. I guess we're really naive.
You seem oddly calm about this. I broke my crystal. I have no magic now. I was expecting you to freak out.
Yeah, uh-huh. Wait, you did what? I'm not upset, more surprised that you were able to do that more than anything. Why did you break it? Better yet, how?
It's a long story.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Really? I'm still trying to wrap my head around it.
No, I was kidding. What the hell is a two-traded Amiga, and since when could the crystal do that?
I don't know. I wasn't really able to ask Mom all of the questions I had before she had to leave. All I remember after that was that I blacked out, and when I woke up, the crystal was broken.
But the crystal is only able to respond to positive desires, so surely breaking it would count as bad? Unless it saw some good that would come out of that, I don't know. I'm not a crystal. I didn't even know that crystals could think before all of this happened. I'm so glad that you're okay. I don't know what I would do of myself if you ended up hurt. I'm so sorry. I didn't want any of this to happen. This was all my fault. If I had just listened to you, then...
Lucas, no! None of this is your fault! Lucas, please, don't do this to yourself. I don't want to watch you forget who you are. And who you are. You're kind. You're patient. You're persistent. You have integrity. You're brave. You're just. You're determined. And you're more loyal than I could ever be. You and Dad, you both mean the world to me. And I don't think that I want to change that anymore.
Oh, that must be Floyd.
Oh, this is a surprise. I guess you're not dead after all. What a shame. Things were just starting to become interesting. What's the matter? You fail to understand, Damien Dierford. No matter where you go, the past will always catch up to you. It's a valuable lesson that I learned many years ago. Anyway, I'm here to finally deal with those 2 children of yours. I'm here to do what I should have done a long time ago. So step aside now.
Stay away from my kids.
Fine, be that way. I guess I have to do everything around here. Goodbye, Damien Diaford.
Get away from me! I won't let you hurt them!
Dad is gonna have the best birthday ever. Maybe if he sees how well I can make him breakfast, and how well I can make him a birthday cake, he'll let me become a chef. Just like I've always dreamed of. Dad, wake up!
What is it, Damien?
I made you breakfast in bed. Try it.
Oh my. Damien, this tastes fantastic!
Really? Thanks, Dad. Can I follow my dreams and become a chef?
We've spoken about this before, Damien. You are a Diaford, and Diafords cut trees. We're lumberjacks! You are my only son. It's your responsibility to continue the family tradition.
But, Dad...
Enough, Damien! Now go and get ready for school.
Lucas, I don't deserve your forgiveness for all the terrible things I've done. I'm glad to know that Dad is okay, but something bad might have actually happened to him due to my selfishness.
Well, he's okay now, isn't he? If you think about it, you and me are actually pretty similar. We both just want to see Dad happy again, and I think that he's finally getting there.
Yeah. To make Dad happy. I told you that you're great. If it wasn't for your determination, Dad would still be a mindless zombie.
Hey, don't use my own words against me.
Are you expecting anyone?
Yeah, we were expecting Floyd before you suddenly ran in here. That must be him now. Did you know he's the captain of Spedixia's Royal Guard? Pretty cool, right?
Huh. He never really talked to me about that.
Well, I didn't know either until he told me himself. Then, after I told him about what happened since he left, he seemed really bent on coming over here to help. But Dad still won't tell me what exactly happened with Flint.
It's kind of annoying sometimes. I just wish that they'd tell us what happened back then now, instead of having us to wait until we're older.
Well, our 17th is coming up soon. Maybe he'll tell us then.
Maybe. Anyway, let's go and say hi to Floyd.
It's a shame. You really could have been something if you decide to stick around in Spedixia. But now, you're nothing. Emily, what are you doing here, you traitor?
I'm not going to listen to your lies anymore. Step away from my dad this instant.
Or what? You'll use my powers against me? Oh wait, you can't. You broke your crystal, remember?
How did you know about that?
Lucky guess. I'd love to stay here and chat, but I'll just cut to the chase. Let's take this outside, shall we?
Sure, that's fine with me. Emily, stay here and look after Dad. I'll deal with this guy.
All right. Dad, are you okay?
I've been worse. Just a little shaken, that's all.
I'm sorry for running away. I'm sorry for being so selfish.
You know, you really are your mother's daughter sometimes. I think that's why I've found it so hard to move on. Because both of you are a lot like her.
But I don't want to become corrupted like she did. Dad, I don't want to betray those I love. By the way, do you know what Mom meant by that? Do you know why Haramika became corrupted in the first place? Like, I know she ran away during the war, but why was she so important to Spedixia? Why does you two leaving have such a huge impact on everything?
I'll tell you once you turn 17.
If you want to hurt my family, then you'll have to get through me first. Who even are you?
Oh, don't worry yourself, Lucas Spedix. Didn't your parents tell you some creepy bedtime story about me? Oh yeah, that's right. They'd never told you anything, did they?
Wait, Spadix? Stop pretending like you know me.
Oh, I know you very well. You are Lucas Astra, son of Damien Diaford and Flora Spedix. And you have a traitorous fool as your sister.
Stop talking. You wanted to fight, didn't you? Then fight.
You could say that. You know, do you ever wonder this is all your fault?
What?
If only you had taken care of your sister, then maybe you wouldn't have fallen apart so easily. All of this is because of your stupid mistake, Lucas Astra.
Shut up! Stop pretending like you know me!
No, that's more like it. I was getting tired of wearing that thing anyway. But I don't need to hide who I am anymore. Thanks to the help of your dear sister, I have been given a second chance. And I promise you, Lucas Astra, I won't let that second chance go to waste.
Who even are you?
Once upon a time I was just like you. But after listening to my own desires, my fate is crystal clear. The old me was so innocent and naive, but I'm just a mirror of what I used to be like. There is no hope left for me, and here you stand asking who I am. I am your worst nightmare. I am despair. Let's dance, shall we? Such a naive child. I can see you're holding back so much anger and frustration. You remind me a lot of an old friend. He was stubborn too, but I do have to wonder, how will you fare once everything you care about is stripped away from you?
Let go of me.
I'm not done with you quite yet. I want to see the look on your face once you realize that you've lost everything.
What do you mean by that? I haven't lost anything yet.
You're a smart one, Lucas Astra. But soon enough, you'll see what I mean. I've always been one step ahead, after all. So why don't I start off with a grand entrance? You know, I think Beryl actually had a good idea on how to use this. I guess that I can humor her. So let's start with changing this world so that you don't exist anymore, eh?
What? Wait, give that back. It won't work for you.
Oh, I know that. But let's put your theory into applications, shall we? Crystal, destroy him.
What? No! It shouldn't be able to listen to you. It only listens to the bearer. It only listens to...
Well, maybe you didn't know as much as you thought you did. Huh. I guess it just didn't hear me correctly. Crystal, destroy.
That's new. What did you do to it?
More like, what have you done to...
Can you stop playing mind games with me for 1 second? Hey, are you okay? What did you just do? Now both of the crystals are broken. Now no one will have...
Sir, you must come outside and see this.
What just happened?
Finally. I can finally achieve everything I've dreamt of for the past 12 years. Thank you, Lucas.
Thanks for what?
Don't you understand what just happened? You just brought magic back to Asteria. You just brought magic back to me. Now that feels a lot better. Hello, old friends. Did you miss me? I'm sorry that I kept you waiting so long, Lucas. I thought it unfair that I had nothing to defend myself with. But oh, how the tables turn. Now you're the one with no power. You might have been able to use that crystal, but you stand no chance against me with your real magic.
Perry! What? Why won't it work?
Real magic is a lot harder to master than some pathetic crystal. Although, I guess you won't ever learn how to use it, seeing how you're about to be ripped to shreds.
So, you're the guy who I keep hearing all these things about, huh? I'm sorry to say that whatever you've been planning stops right now. You might have been able to manipulate me, but I know where my loyalties lie. And that's right here, in Integro, alongside friends like Damien and Donovan. And let me tell you one thing, Flint. You're going to get what you deserve.
Floyd, stop!
Oh, hey guys. By the way, I think I accidentally returned magic to the continent or whatever. I'm not really sure.
Hey, you guys are kind of interrupting my big moment over here. I was about to serve justice to... Flint?
What, did you guys miss me? Aw, I never knew that you cared about me that much.
Leave us alone, Flint. You've lost.
Oh, poor Damien Dyford. You failed to realize that the fun has only just begun.
So...
I saw you jump in and save Lucas, so thank you.
It was nothing.
So, I guess that magic is back now.
Yeah, I still have no idea what happened. I guess that the crystal saw this as good, too. Although, I guess that the crystal doesn't really exist anymore.
I think it's better this way. Now you can introduce me to Donovan, right? You mentioned that he used to be a wizard before all this.
Oh, God. I nearly forgot. He's never going to leave us alone now, is he?
Carlos, can you even hear me?
Unfortunately, yes, I can.
I can't believe you. Obviously, you won't listen to me either. You won't listen to Beryl, you won't listen to Donovan, you won't listen to Icor, and you didn't listen to Alice. And look what happened! In fact, this whole war began because you were too arrogant to even listen to your best friend, your royal advisor, Flint.
Flora!
And you can't even listen to your own sister. I thought becoming king would change you, make you a better person, make you able to see the opinions of others, to understand them, to have sympathy for them. But of course, you're still the same.
I don't want to hear it, Flora. Get out!
Carlos! Stop for just 1 second! Listen to me! Beryl has an amazing idea! She wants to create a crystal to put the continent's magic in a sort of detention, so Flint or anyone else who wants to attack Asteria can be blocked from magic. Therefore, magic is more powerful!
You can't have power without magic!
Of course you can. Besides, Beryl is making it so it gives magic to the best of people.
That's not fair! I suggest all the magic of the continent should be given to me, the king!
What's wrong with you? You know, if you were a pure-hearted individual, maybe the crystal could choose you. But you're scared. You're scared that you're not pure of heart. And guess what, Carlos? You're not.
Shut up! No one cares about your opinion, Flora. You're pathetic. You have never done anything to improve the well-being of Spedixia. You just go around, skipping around the park with your husband, who has also done nothing. You are utterly useless. Oh my goodness! Here come the waterworks. I don't have time for this. Now go along. Leave the king alone.
You haven't changed, have you? Since we were kids, I was always left out. You never cared about me or my opinions. No one here cares about my opinions, besides Beryl. Do you know what the job of the king is? Dad would tell us every night.
You amuse me, Flora.
The job of the king is not to protect his crown. It's to protect his people. To listen to the people. To care for others. A king is not selfish. A king is selfless. A true ruler would sacrifice their life for another. I have done so much for Spedixia, Integro, and all of Asteria. But you don't care enough to see.
This is why Dad wanted me to rule.
Wow. Well, you know what, Carlos? I'm glad. I'm glad that even though I'm older, I didn't become queen. I'm glad that I'm not as selfish, stubborn, and spoiled as you are, and I will make sure my children aren't either. Goodbye, Carlos.
Bye, Flora! She is such a nuisance. I am so glad that she's gone.
King Carlos, sir, I don't think I can hold them off much longer.
But how? How did magic suddenly return? How was it even taken in the first place? Grace! A few days ago you told me there was a signal from Integro, and you said Donovan lives there now, and Floyd went there for a few days. Beryl must be there too. Do me a favor and call Flora to the throne room. I need to speak to her.
Sir? Flora doesn't live in the castle anymore. She hasn't been here for years, let alone in Spedixia.
What?
We have tried to tell you many times, but you don't listen.
She left. That was the night that she left. She must be in Integro as well, with her stupid husband. Obviously. They're like ducks or mice. They follow each other around. Oh my goodness, how could I forget the stupidity of my own sister? They follow each other. Damien and Flora went to Integro, and Beryl and Donovan followed. Then Floyd also went and followed them. And Grace, don't worry, I know you wanted to go and follow Floyd over to Integro too. It's not a surprise anymore. Everyone just likes running to Integro when they have problems.
Sir, we don't have time.
Send a letter to Donovan. Tell him to come to Spedixia and bring Flora, her annoying husband, and the rest of their little family. We need their help.
So stay determined. Keep your spirit true. For change.